So Mortal Kombat 11 is almost 2 years old. Any other NetherRealm game in the past, with Injustice 2, with Mortal Kombat X, and with Injustice 1, we wouldn't be talking about those games in the same way we're talking about Mortal Kombat 11 right now. We would actually be talking about the next NetherRealm game because at this time, it would probably have been already hinted at or revealed. In 2017, we weren't talking about Mortal Kombat X. We were talking about Injustice 2 because Injustice 2 was already revealed. So what's going on with Mortal Kombat 11 if it is not done like we say it is, like I say it is? What the hell is going on with it? First, in this video, I want to address a couple of things because I'm seeing this whole notion, this meme, whatever it is, that Mortal Kombat 11 is dead or Mortal Kombat 11 is done. It's time to move on to the next game. This is something that I see all over on Twitter. This is something that I sometimes see in my Discord and sometimes in my Twitch chat. Some people will come into my Twitch channel and say, hey, do you think Mortal Kombat 11 is done? Or I think MK11 is done. And I just don't believe that. And the stem of where that comes from is people saying things like Mortal Kombat 11 hasn't received an update in a long time, or we haven't gotten anything in a long time. So let's think about and let's check when the last time we got an update for the game. This was with Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, which came out in November of 2020. We are now in March of 2021, meaning that it has been a little over 3 months since we got an update for the game. Now, knowing that, let's go back a little further. How long did we wait between the release of Aftermath and the release of Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate? The answer is 6 months. Aftermath came out in May, and Ultimate came out in November. So I don't know where the whole MK11 hasn't received an update in a long time. I don't know where that comes from. Mind you, people were actually making this claim just 2 months after Ultimate came out. Newsflash, guys, it's 100% normal for a game development team to leave their current game the way it is for a certain period of time, especially considering that the new season of the competitive scene for this game just started just very recently. And here's the reality, guys. Constantly updating the game while there's still a competitive season going on is just not something very smart. That's just not how game development works, especially with fighting games. I'm not saying there shouldn't be any updates during the middle of a competitive season. That happens regularly, but it's just not smart to constantly do it every single month. It's actually pretty okay to just let a game settle for a certain period of time. And again, all it's been right now is currently just a little over 3 months, approaching the 4th, yes, but just a little over 3 months. And this applies to people in the competitive scene who are just asking for balance patch updates, and for the casual side who are asking for DLC characters or DLC skins or something like that. The competitive scene is asking for an overhaul or a huge big major balance patch. And in reality, guys, these things don't come fast. These things take a while to happen, especially considering the fact that January to March until maybe April is around prime time for game development for all game developers. They took a break during Christmas. Now it's time for them to get back to work, and that starts again in January and leads into maybe at the latest April. Now, you may be saying something like, but Brusque, I'm not actually asking for DLC characters every month after Ultimate. I'm not asking for a balance patch every month. What I'm asking for is for NetherRealm to communicate to us what exactly they're doing, just to be a little bit more transparent. And I'll be honest with you, I'm with you 100%. That's a part where I'll say, yes, I wish NetherRealm would do something differently a little bit right here. I'm not asking for them to say, yeah, we're working on Kombat Pack 3 or anything, because I understand they can't do it, but little small things like, yes, we're still in it. Yes, we're still working on balance updates. Yes, we're looking into this problem with Jackie. Yes, we know that Shao Kahn doesn't need a buff. He's being underplayed and people are just babies. Small things like that is what I'm asking for. And honestly, I think it's the best thing they can do. I'm not asking for much. And to be fair, Ed Boon actually did say something like that in an interview after Ultimate came out, saying, quote unquote, they're still in it with Mortal Kombat 11, pretty much implying, yeah, we're still working on MK11. Now, that was in December. Yes, I would like a little bit more transparency every month, or maybe just like once every 2 months or something like that. But what I'm trying to tell people is, don't worry. I do not believe Mortal Kombat 11 is done. And also, I'll go even further and say Mortal Kombat 11 isn't a dead game. People are still playing this. In fact, the loudest crowd, the competitive crowd, their tournaments still get thousands and thousands of views. And around this time for a NetherRealm game, that's saying a lot. And also, the debut of this new season for the competitive scene got over 10,000 views. The reality is that there's simply zero data, zero numbers that support the case that Mortal Kombat 11 is a dead game. There is nothing that you can point to. Oh wow, you're gonna compare how the numbers were when the game first came out to how it is now? Big fucking deal. That happens with literally every single game that exists in the gaming goddamn industry. Or hey, you don't have any numbers that you're bringing up to support your case. You're just gonna point to the fact that NetherRealm hasn't said anything about the game for a little over 3 months. Well, guess what? That's 100% normal. It's 100% normal for game developers to just let the game be for a certain amount of time. Look, if Mortal Kombat 11 was done by now, NetherRealm and Ed Boon would have made it very, very clear that it was done. In Mortal Kombat X, it was very, very clear about the final balance patch update we were getting. Everybody remembers the final balance patch stream that NetherRealm did during Mortal Kombat X. In Injustice 2, Ed Boon made it very clear that they weren't going to be doing any more DLC characters after Fighter Pack 3. But with Mortal Kombat 11, when Ed Boon says things like, "We're still in it," that's a very significant difference compared to the last 2 games that we got. I just think some people are a little impatient, and I understand. Patience isn't my strongest suit either. However, I'm here to tell you guys that I don't think there's anything to worry about when it comes to MK11. I am 100% confident we're still going to get more updates for this game. Now, I do believe that this next update that I believe we're getting is probably going to be the last one for this game, but the point is, I do think we're still going to get more. Just wait a little longer. We're gonna get it. Just keep the faith. Just remember, there's still a lot of things in the Mortal Kombat 11 files that are not yet in Mortal Kombat 11. Way too many things to just be left on the cutting room floor or just left in the game to not be finished. Things like that just doesn't happen with modern games. Yes, it happened a little bit with MK9, but that game came out a long time ago, and if you look at MKX and Injustice 2, there were no files that were left in there that haven't been finished. And hey, if Mortal Kombat 11 is truly done, guess what? I will be here to tell you guys that 100%. I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and follow me on Twitch. I'm going to be playing some Mortal Kombat Armageddon Conquest mode. The link is down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest and greatest videos from me. I'll see you guys in the next video.